shouldn't be here.
I know you don't.
Man,
I know you
get your
don't.
fat
I know. You don't. I know you.
Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas. His going to prison. If you got.
I said a while ago when T.I.'s son King was getting a lot of flack and a lot of heat in the media, that to me he just looked like a young kid that wanted to prove to his father that he was a man too.
So King Harris's world just flipped upside down after Tiny slammed T.I. with divorce papers, and the kicker, it came right after T. I straight up disowned King over his messy arrest. The breakup itself is wild enough, but what's even crazier is that T.I. isn't even putting up a fight. He's not begging, not fixing, nothing. The whole family's now at war, pointing fingers at each other, and it's tearing everything apart. And the big question on everybody's mind, who's really at fault? Parents who spoiled King with everything he could ever want, or King himself for throwing it all away chasing that so-called gangster life? The split may have shocked fans since T.I. and Tiny been riding together for decades, but insiders swear the cracks were always there. The breaking point hit in October 2024, right after King's reckless arrest dragged the whole family back into the spotlight. Here's how it went down. King peeled out of a gas station in his flashy BMW, driving wild, and nearly slammed into a police car. Worst timing ever, because once they pulled him over, it got ugly real quick. Cops said they smelled weed, then spotted a gun tucked in his waistband. Instant disaster. He got cuffed on the spot, but the bombshell dropped when they ran his name. An outstanding warrant from way back in 2022 for—
All right, I need you to step out the vehicle.
What you want to do? You want to take my gun off my head?
Yes, sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well?
What's the guns in here?
All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take.
There's no safety.
Take
Okay.
the out.
Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. I'm gonna just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest. I'm gonna be at the church. All right, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information, make sure it's valid.
I ain't sure it is.
Just take the step to the side for me.
overspeeding, driving on a suspended license, and a DUI. This wasn't just bad, it was career-ending levels of messy. It was all downhill from there. Straight bad news. King could have slid away that night if he just kept it cool, but instead, every mistake from his past came crashing down on him. Once that arrest footage hit the internet, the whole world turned on him. The clip made one thing crystal clear. King knew he had finally gone too far. This wasn't him acting wild for the cameras anymore. In that 30-minute video, you could actually see regret in his eyes. It was like he knew the only shot at damage control was staying calm and cooperating. And for someone with King's hot-headed rep, that was shocking. We've all seen how reckless he gets online, but this footage showed the complete opposite. Even the arresting cop admitted he was surprised by how calm King stayed. But let's be real, that didn't save him. He still got hauled off to DeKalb County Jail before being transferred to Pickens County once the warrant got recalled. And when that video went viral, fans lit up the comments with zero mercy. One person called him a trust fund prison punk, and the internet ate it up. Another said he thinks mommy and daddy's money can save him, but he acts like he's from the trenches. The shade was brutal. But the fallout didn't just hit King, it slammed right into his parents' marriage. Those small cracks we talked about, they exploded into a full-blown split. I tried to play the role of the heartbroken dad, but Tiny wasn't buying it. She was furious. In her divorce papers, she flat out blamed King's spiral for why she was done. And the wildest part?
Me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his going to prison. If you got to keep this up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had the conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
T.I. didn't even fight back. He basically washed his hands clean, saying he'd done his job as a father, and King had no one to blame but himself. As cold as it sounds, I wasn't lying. Back in 2022, when King first started going viral, T.I. literally went online begging his son to chill out. He warned everyone, Tiny, King's grandma, the whole family, that King was speeding down a dangerous path. T.I. said plain and simple, if King didn't slow down, jail was waiting. And this wasn't just talk. T.I. had lived it, done the time, and knew exactly how fast the streets could swallow a young man whole. But instead of bringing them closer, that warning came back to haunt him. Tiny flipped it into ammo for the divorce. She claimed, I failed as a father, saying if he had been more present, more firm, King wouldn't have spiraled so far off track. And honestly, she had a point. T.I. was in and out of prison even before King was born. By the time he came home for good, King had already learned how to grow up without a dad around. And when T.I. finally was around, his presence didn't change much because word is he shipped King off to live with his grandmother.
I'm talking, this ain't your restaurant. This ain't your restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. That file show.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here.
King himself once admitted that despite his parents' fame and wealth, he didn't grow up feeling rich. He said he mostly stayed at his grandma's house, and the only time he was allowed to step foot in his parents' mansion was when the cameras were rolling for their reality show. With a setup like that, no wonder King started drifting into chaos. It was almost written in his story from the start. King kept searching for distractions in the streets, and every stunt he pulled dragged him closer to a jail cell. One of the wildest moments came in 2022 with that infamous Waffle House meltdown. All it took was a worker accidentally adding pickles to his order, and King snapped. He went off on the employee, screaming and recording the whole scene before blasting.
To make him look better, he said it he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Tip used to have to come to my grandma's house, because I'm getting in the fight.
You cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath.
Every day.
I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you. I know you.
Shut up. Shut up.
I know you.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you though. I know you though.
Shut up.
I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business.
It on social media. But instead of looking tough, King came off spoiled and entitled, and fans instantly started questioning why T.I. let his son run unchecked. So when T.I. dropped that video warning King about his choices, Tiny was heated. She fired back, saying those warnings should have happened years ago when it actually mattered. For a minute, things between them cooled down, but T.I.'s disappointment in King couldn't stay buried. It finally exploded during an Atlanta Falcons game, and the drama turned physical. The fight started when King claimed he didn't grow up privileged, which instantly set T.I. off. He clapped back, reminding King he literally had a silver spoon in his mouth from day one. King wasn't trying to hear any of it, and before anyone could blink, he was squaring up with his own dad. The cameras caught it all, and the clip showed just how intense and ugly the father-son clash really was. It really looked like T.I. forgot King was his own son and was ready to knock him out cold. The clip went viral in hours, racking up thousands of likes, with people actually praising T.I. for finally putting his foot down. Comments were wild. He should have busted him up, that boy overdue for discipline. And when you don't check your kid, he'll turn on you. Others called it what it was, King spiraling out of control, with fans begging people to pray for the family. But Tiny, she wasn't clapping along. She hated the fact that T.I. embarrassed King in front of the world. And when she came home to find out T.I. had actually kicked King out of the house to fend for himself, that was the last straw. She thought he went way too far, and that move cracked their marriage beyond repair. Tiny's divorce filings didn't just call out King's spiral, she dragged T.I. for his cheating, his violent history, and years of lies. She claimed he stepped out on their marriage over and over, all while acting like he was a changed man. By the time King crashed out, Tiny wasn't just mad at her son, she was staring at T.Y. and realizing the cycle had never been broken.
So motherfucking 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Nobody got to raise their hand. I've been seeing him around too here a lot. You gonna raise your own hand? I've been seeing him around too. Huh? Well, when you got drugs, it ain't I know that. Y'all got drugs around those legal guns. That called It's not possession of a firearm and commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why she finally cut him off. The real heartbreak for Tiny was watching King follow T.Y.'s exact same footsteps, chasing a tough guy image through jail stints and chaos. So when T.I. disowned King after the arrest, Tiny snapped. To her, he wasn't just disowning his son, he was disowning his own reflection. And the saddest part, King still craves his father's approval. That's why he's always flashing guns online like it'll earn respect. Some fans even claimed after the viral arrest footage that King purposely leaned into the drama, like he wanted jail time just to boost his street cred.
Became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Some people online actually said King had finally earned the rugged street title he'd been chasing for years. Others believe every move he makes is just him begging for his father's respect. And the sad part, it almost worked. Remember that time T.I. and Boozy had to step in on camera when their sons were wilding out? King and Boozy's son, Tootie Raw, were shooting a music video, but instead of focusing on the music,
People hit me up like, King, I know you tired, you ain't getting no sleep. And the truth be told, before this I ain't been getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle. You know, lifestyle just lifing. You know what I'm saying? And, but now I'm damn sure not getting no sleep. This up every morning, and then around the morning time, he like to do that little live concert I be doing with him. And he like to walk around the house. So
they were flashing guns like they were in a trap house. That's when the dad stormed in. You could hear the disappointment dripping from T.I.'s voice as he grilled King, asking why he was so obsessed with looking tough when there were women right there watching. It turned into a full-on lecture about how one wrong move, one illegal piece, and their lives could be destroyed. Both T.I. and Boosie were dead serious, and the cameras caught every second. On the surface, it looked like T.I. was fighting to get through to his son before it was too late, but Tiny didn't see it that way. She was furious that T.I. put their family business on blast for the world to see. And not because she approved of King flexing guns, she just thought T.I. was years too late with his tough love. After all, King was only copying what he'd seen his dad do for years. But what finally pushed Tiny over the edge wasn't the guns. It was King's baby mama drama. When T.I. casually dropped on a podcast that he was about to be a grandfather again, Tiny lost it. To her, it didn't sound like concern. It sounded like T.I. was actually endorsing King's reckless choices. The situation turned messy fast. Rumors started flying that King's baby mama, Big Nana, was way older than him. Some even claimed she only linked with him to secure a bag, and King was too young-minded to see it. But King didn't care one bit. He was hyped about the whole thing, proudly stepping into the dad role like it was the best thing that ever happened to him. When their son was born in November 2024, King was over the moon. He showed him off everywhere, bragging online like he had finally found his purpose. He even dropped a track called Dear Son, rapping about stepping up as a father. On his post, he wrote, November 5th, 8:09 a.m., welcome King Jr., time to take over. For a moment, it actually looked like King was ready to change his whole life. Fans thought maybe fatherhood was the thing to calm him down and finally make him grow up. And for Tiny, watching her son embrace fatherhood felt like a small light in all the chaos. The craziest part, Tiny finally saw a silver lining. King was stepping up as a dad, breaking the same cycle of mistakes his own father made when he was young. But the timing couldn't have been worse. While King was online proudly flexing his dad life, that arrest video was still blowing up everywhere, reminding the world that he was deep in trouble. I tried to stand by him, but the disappointment was written all over his face. And for Tiny, that was unforgivable. She might have stomached the cheating, the lies, and even the public fights. But watching T.I. get so ashamed of his own son that he didn't even want to live under the same roof, that shattered her heart for good. So when those divorce papers hit the table, nobody was shocked. It was just the final nail in a marriage that had been cracking for years, and now Tiny's done. No more hiding, no more covering up the mess. The only question left, what does T.I. do next? Because if he stays silent the same way he did with King, then this family might already be finished. And that's the tea. If you rocked with this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment too, and I'll catch you on the next one.